Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a review of a fantasy horror movie from 2005 from director Charles Band. Who is Charles Band? Well, he's basically the guy that owns Full Moon Pictures. He directed the Evil Bong movies, the Ginger Dead Man movies, and most of the Puppet Master movies, which there are only like 3 out of the series that are actually, at least watchable. The rest of them are pretty terrible, but this is another one of his more recent movies. And when I say recent, I mean this is 10 years old. And I picked this up the other day for like $1, so I hope it's not too terrible. It's called Decadent Evil, and it's about a foot-tall homunculus who is trapped in a bird cage. And let me just say something. His name is Marvin. He's a homunculus, and according to this movie, a homunculus is a creature that is half human and half lizard. I'm sure in most mythologies that's not the case. I mean, I'm not basing this completely on anime, but I do have a homunculus tattoo. I don't even know what the point of that was, but this movie is about a foot-tall homunculus who gets trapped in a birdcage by his lover, and his lover wants to become the most powerful vampire in existence, and that involves vampire strippers or something like that. I don't know. All I know is this movie is directed by Charles Band, which sometimes is good, and usually it's pretty bad, to be honest. I mean, I will admit, the Evil Bong movies and the Ginger Dead Man movies are all really terrible movies, and do I honestly think they are worth watching? No. Only like the first out of every series is actually kind of entertaining. The rest is just really, really shitty. Especially Evil Bong versus the Ginger Dead Man. Even though I gave that one a positive review when I reviewed that about a year ago, I still don't think it was... Upon rewatching it, I realized that it's really not that good. But will this be any good? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to watch the damn thing. So, without further ado, I'm gonna pop this sucker in. So, the movie starts with Marvin, the homunculus, in a cage, and he looks like a deformed ghoulie. So, we get to a story, like a backstory about the vampires, and the way they show it is like, the way they tell it, instead of giving an actual depth, they just kind of make it look like it's like previously on Vampire Diaries. That's what it feels like, instead of it being, a thing. And it's way too serious, and I'm just... It's like, it's just showing it in a way that you really don't want to know who these people are, and they show it in a way that you know who these people are and you know why you should care about them. So, so this vampire loves this female pianist, and he turns her into a vampire, I guess, because reasons. And the film is just like really trying to be serious, and it feels serious, but I get this deep feeling at a certain point that this is gonna go downhill very fast. So, so far the movie feels like it's trying to be Interview with a Vampire, which is one of my all-time favorite vampire movies. But yeah, so on and so forth, yada yada yada. Vampires, revenge subplots, and vampire strippers. Like, that hasn't been done before. The acting in this film and writing in this film are really bad, and they're about on par with each other. They're that bad. We're having technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck. I should probably hurry. But the acting and writing in this movie is that bad to the point that they both just suck. And I can give the actors credit because at least they tried, but I can't give Charles Band credit because he's started to suck at writing ever since like the late 90s. The characters are flat and lifeless. Really, the only good things in this movie are everything from a technical standpoint. So basically, the lighting, the camera work, the sound mix, the music, all that is, you know, pretty good. The effects are also decent, I guess. But this movie has pretty bad puppeteering, which that's kind of, you know, expected going into a full moon movie that isn't from the early 90s or late 80s, so that's kind of expected. Yeah, positives, it's got some TNA, and it's only like an hour long. Other than that, it's pretty unoriginal and bad horror comedy, where nothing is really so bad it's good. It's just really cringeworthy and bad. Plus, it's like a combo ripoff of Ghoulies and Bordello of Blood at the same time. They even got the dwarf guy from Bordello of Blood to be in this movie. That's how much they were ripping off of Bordello of Blood. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like Nosferatu and 10 being something like Brain Dead, Decadent Evil is probably a 3. It really isn't that bad at all. Really, all this movie makes me want to do is watch Bordello of Blood. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Now, don't get me wrong, while this film is pretty terrible, it's not like Slaughtered Vomit Dolls or Begotten or Blood Freak levels of terrible. It's, you know, it's still watchable, barely, that is. I mean, I'd rather rewatch this movie than any of those, so there's that. And another thing is this movie is very uninteresting. Like, it doesn't try to keep you interested at all. It just keeps throwing tits at you. And I mean, yeah, that may work for like slasher films, but this is a film you're trying to portray as something serious, not something, you know, over the top, ridiculous, and or a horror comedy. Yeah, this movie isn't even classified as a horror comedy, yet it tries to write in humor. 1.5 out of 5. I really can't recommend this one. Yeah. So anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like my channel, be sure to like this video, favorite it, whatever you want, and maybe subscribe perhaps. I would really, really appreciate that. And check the links in the description below. There are links to things like my Tumblr, Twitter, all that, Facebook. All that is in the description below. Hey there, kids. Do you want to get cool stuff in the mail like this? Or this? Or even this? Well, then subscribe to Horror Block today. Have you ever wanted to do cool cosplays like this? Or even this? Well, now you can. Subscribe to Moonchild Cosplay on YouTube, and you can see all her tutorials on how to do cool stuff like this. Do you want to get cool horror and exploitation film t-shirts like this? Or this? Or this? Well, then go to RottenCotton.com to check out all of their premium t-shirts.